Yes, sir. Back for another edition of Culture News today. I think this is 67. Actually loading up the Anthem Culture mobile app right now. So yeah, man, it's a lot of things happening here at ACHQ. You already know, making a lot of things happen both online, lining up a lot of different projects. You know, we got an amazing summer season coming up, so we got a lot of things happening around the world that I'm trying to get to. A lot of cool events and stuff like that happening. I know like it's been a bunch of like fashion weeks and stuff like that, art exhibits and whatnot. So I don't know, just staying posted online, making a lot of things like line up, make sure I'm out at these, and even like starting to talk to a lot of people that's in these different areas and really utilizing the network as far as like being able to like get somebody out there and really give you guys like a first-hand account of actually what's going on at these events. So for now, we just post up a lot of dope information on Anthem Culture. We definitely get a lot of news and information from like all around the world. So we got some really cool stories available on the Anthem Culture app right now. So we're about to run through a couple of those right now and give you guys a sneak peek. So out in Wales, they're actually having this amazing festival to really highlight the theater arts. So it's pretty cool. And then one of the guys is actually like a well-renowned Welsh actor. He's actually going to be doing an event and really just showcasing the Welsh language as it comes to just overall in life and society, and even how it's used in films, and really just showcasing the growth of it and how it should really be promoted and just showcased in a lot more than it is being used now. So he's going to be holding an event there, as well as a bunch of other events throughout the Theater Arts Festival. So you can read more about that on anthemculture.com or check it out on the mobile app as well. So as I mentioned, there's a bunch of fashion weeks happening all around the world. You know, a lot of people are starting to preview their fall-winter collections. You know, the fashion industry works like a couple seasons like ahead of where we're at right now. So it's pretty cool. So out in Mexico City, shout out to Mexico City, they're having their Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, which is also taking place, if you followed along on Anthem Culture, is taking place out in Kazakhstan this same very week. So, you know, they had a lot of the models like showcase around a lot of landmarks, doing a lot of runway shows, highlighting a lot of the local talent in Mexico, a lot of the designers and models out that way, and really just bringing international attention and awareness to fashion in Mexico. So you can read more about that on anthemculture.com, get a sneak preview as far as like all of the dates, the events, and really just where you could be a part of it. So anthemculture.com, or check it out on the mobile app. So you could tell that we're moving, like progressing as far as like the digital age, because now architecture is starting to utilize emojis. This is a really crazy story when I came across it, and actually it's being held out in the Netherlands, where an architect designer, you could probably figure that he's a young guy coming up, but already has a lot of credibility to his name. And instead of using like the old school gargoyles or statues of like kings and religious statues and stuff like that, this guy actually took emojis from the phone and sculpted them out in stone sculptures, placed them on the buildings, and voila, you have an amazing modern day architecture. And during the article, he actually mentions that he wants people to look at this building and really get a sense of the time when it was made, which is now. So this is a great way to really showcase the digital era, and even just to showcase the stage of the world that it was built in. So make sure you read more about that on anthemculture.com mobile app. So like 300 years ago, the Russian Tsar Peter the Great actually took a trip out to France for various meetings, and now that whole event is being commemorated with an art exhibit for him happening out in Versailles at this amazing palace. So make sure you read that on anthemculture.com. It's really cool, and really a lot of the thought behind it is the Russian Tsar came to France and really wanted to take back a lot of the cultural influences that he learned here. So not only was it economic meetings, but really just cultural growth meetings, and really just the expansion of the French culture into Russian, really bridging the two cultures together. So that's really cool. So they're going to have like over 100 pieces, I think 150 different pieces, different artists all scattered around, like beautiful environment. So make sure you read more about that on the Anthem Culture mobile app. It's pretty cool. So Wales is actually doing a lot nowadays. Right now, they're actually holding a secondary festival for literature. And actually, a lot of the biggest names in literature from out in New Wales are women. So they're actually highlighting a lot of those women at this showcase, at this literature festival, to talk about their work, literature, and even just like the different publishing houses, and really just hold like conferences, exhibitions, and stuff like that. Just giving all of the audience just a sneak peek into their industry. So you can read more about that and even get a glimpse of like the top Welsh women literary artists out in Wales right now. So available now on anthemculture.com, or check it out on the map. It's pretty cool. So more stories, more news, more updates. Let me know what you guys want to hear, what areas you guys have of interest. You know, I definitely like have a huge network from like all around the world, so I probably come across some information of it somewhere during the day. So make sure you hit me up. Let me know what you want to hear. Hit me up via Anthem Culture Connect. You can access it directly from the mobile app, so make sure you download that. Available now on the iTunes store and coming soon to Google, so I'll keep you guys updated on that when that's coming soon, maybe within the next week or two or so once we get that all set up. But it's already established now, so definitely a lot of support on that. Shout out to everybody that already downloaded the app. It's pretty cool. They've been getting all of the news and alerts for culture, interacting, hitting me up on the email saying what's up and stuff like that. So it's pretty dope, man. Shout out to all of the love. Shout out to everybody that's been following Anthem Culture. A lot more news coming up. So shout out to all the culture heads. Appreciate culture.